Assalamualaikum, my name is Zaya and welcome to our channel, The Fantastic Four. This is my elder brother Abdullah, my younger brother Ahmad and my little sister Maryam. In our channel, we will share you our talents and qualities, or in other words, we will pass on our education to you. But on this multitudinous night, I am just going to read you a book which is very common among us all. This book's name is The Wizard of Oz. So let's start reading. Once, on the great Kansas prairies, a girl called Dorothy lived with her Uncle Henry, who was a farmer, Aunt Em, who was his wife, and a little dog called Toto. All around the farmhouse where they lived, as far as the eye could see, was flat, dry, sun-baked earth. One day, a fierce wind came swirling from the north. "Cyclone!" called Uncle Henry, running to get the cows from the field. Dorothy grabbed Toto and dashed inside, but the little house shook and the terrible wind lifted it up as if it was a light feather. The wind wailed and the house swayed. Hour after hour passed, and Dorothy grew so tired that she lay down and fell asleep. Then, suddenly, the house landed with a thud. Jumping up, Dorothy flung open the door. Outside wasn't the dry prairie, but a beautiful land of tall, colorful trees, sparkling streams, and pretty flowers. Out of the trees came a group of people who were the size of children but looked like grown-ups. "Welcome to the land of Munchkins," said a lady with a kind face. "I am the Witch of the North. You have saved us from the Wicked Witch of the East." Dorothy's house had fallen on a witch. All that remained was a pair of silver shoes. "Oh dear," cried Dorothy. "I want to go home to Kansas." "The Wizard of Oz will help you," said the Witch of the North. "Wear these shoes and follow the yellow brick road to the Emerald City. There you will find the wizard." Dorothy put on the silver shoes and started on her journey. "Come along, Toto," she said. They had not gone far when they came upon a scarecrow in a field of gold corn. "Good day," said the scarecrow. "Where are you going?" "To see the great Wizard of Oz," replied Dorothy. "Can he give me a brain?" asked the scarecrow, for he had a head full of straw. "I am sure he would," replied Dorothy, and they set off together. Soon they came to a forest where they found a man made of tin. He was so rusty he could not move. "This oil will do the trick," said Dorothy, pouring it on the Tin Man's joints. She told him all about the journey to Oz. "I want to come too," he said. "I want the wizard to give me a heart." So Dorothy, the Scarecrow, and the Tin Man set off into the forest. Suddenly there was a loud roar as a lion bounded out of the trees. Toto barked and the lion opened his mouth as if to bite him. "Don't you dare bite poor little Toto," cried Dorothy, slapping the lion on his nose. "You're just a big coward." The lion hung his head in shame. "I know I am," he said. "I guess I was just born this way. I wish I had courage." "The Wizard of Oz will give you courage," said Dorothy, who felt sorry for the cowardly lion. "You can come with us." The little group walked for a very long time. At last they came to a meadow full of poppies. Almost at once, Dorothy and the lion fell asleep, for the scent of the flowers was poisonous. "We must move them or they will die," said the Tin Man. "But the lion is too heavy. Now we shall never get to Oz," said the Scarecrow. Then, just by chance, the Queen of the Field of Mice came by. She ordered her mice subjects to carry the lion while the Tin Man carried Dorothy. Soon, Dorothy and the lion were awake again. "Thank you, Your Majesty," they said. The friends traveled on, and at last they came to the gates of the dazzling Emerald City. Everything was green. The houses were green, and even the people too. There was green candy and popcorn, as well as green shoes, green hats, and green clothes of all sorts. The guardian of the gates led them through the streets until they came to a big building, exactly in the middle of the city. This was the palace of the Great Wizard. These visitors wish to see Oz, the Great and Terrible, announced the Guardian. Inside the palace, Dorothy was taken to the throne room, but all she found there was a giant stone head. "I am Oz, the Great and Terrible," boomed the head. "Who are you and why do you seek me?" Dorothy answers, "I am Dorothy and I want to go back to Kansas. The Scarecrow wants a brain, the Tin Man wants a heart, and the Lion courage," she said earnestly. "I shall grant all of these wishes if you kill the Wicked Witch of the West," said the voice. Dorothy did not want to kill the witch, but knew that she must. Now, the Wicked Witch of the West could see great distances. She saw Dorothy and her friends approaching and blew her magic whistle. The sound sent crows, wolves, and bees to torment the travelers, but the Tin Man and the Scarecrow fought them off. The witch was so furious that she also sent winged monkeys to capture Dorothy and the lion. The lion was imprisoned in a cage, and Dorothy became the witch's servant. But what the Wicked Witch really wanted was Dorothy's silver shoes, for she knew they had great power. However hard the witch tried to force Dorothy to obey her, though she would not. So, as a punishment, the witch refused to feed the poor imprisoned lion. After many days, Dorothy became so angry that she threw water over the witch. "What have you done?" screamed the witch angrily. "Now I shall melt away." The witch did melt and soon disappeared altogether. Dorothy quickly freed the lion and, with the Scarecrow and Tin Man, returned at once to the wizard's palace. When the group reached the palace's throne room, they heard a loud voice. "Who are you and why do you seek me?" "Where are you?" said Dorothy. "We cannot see anyone." "Roar!" warned the lion, scaring Toto, who knocked over a screen. Behind it was a small grey-haired old man. "I am the wizard," said the old man sheepishly, his voice trembling. "I will do anything you ask." "Keep your promises," cried Dorothy sternly. The wizard gave Scarecrow a brain, the Tin Man a heart, and the lion courage. However, he did not have the power to send Dorothy back to Kansas. "We can go in a balloon," said the wizard. "That is how I came to Oz." The wizard busied himself making a big balloon, and soon it was ready. Just as it was about to take off, Toto ran away and Dorothy chased after him. "Hurry!" cried the wizard, but the balloon floated away. "Come back!" cried Dorothy. "I want to go too." "Goodbye!" shouted the people of Oz. The balloon rose further and further into the sky, and that was the last anyone saw of the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. "Now I'll never get back to Kansas," sobbed Dorothy. "Glinda, the Witch of the South, may help," said the Scarecrow. "The road to her castle is dangerous, but she is your only hope of getting home, Dorothy." So once again the friends set off through enchanted forests, where the trees seemed to come alive and fierce creatures lurked. At last they reached Glinda's castle. "How can I help you, my child?" asked the beautiful witch. "My greatest wish is to get back to Kansas," said Dorothy. Glinda smiled. "Just knock the heels of your shoes together 3 times and say where you wish to go." Dorothy hugged and kissed her friends and said a tearful goodbye. "Do not worry about us," said the Scarecrow, "for we shall be very happy in Oz." Dorothy held Toto and clicked her heels 3 times. "Take me home to Aunt Em," she cried. Instantly, she was whirling through the air, until suddenly she landed with a big bump on the ground. "I'm in Kansas," she cried, looking around. Aunt Em was running towards her. "My darling child, where did you come from?" she said, covering the little girl in kisses. From the land of Oz, said Dorothy. Oh, Aunt Em, I'm so glad to be home. Here ends the story of the wonderful Wizard of Oz. I hope you liked today's story, and please share in the comments below. Also, remember to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching our video.